Putin is spiraling into sheer panic, watching his greatest nightmare unfold in real time. The slow, unstoppable loss of Crimea, the jewel of his empire. His army is collapsing, his generals have no plan, and the situation has plunged into chaos beyond comprehension. Ukraine has unleashed a wave of surgical, unrelenting strikes, crippling Russian military infrastructure across Crimea and inflicting more than $5 billion in destruction. The devastation is staggering. Russian troops, cut off from supplies, are reduced to drinking their own urine to survive. Many are dying, not in combat, but from starvation and dehydration. This isn't just a military disaster, it's a humanitarian collapse. After Ukraine struck 3 major power and fuel plants, hundreds of thousands of Crimean civilians were left without electricity, food, or clean water. But here's the twist. The residents aren't blaming Kiev, they're blaming Putin. It's the ultimate irony. The Kremlin's invasion, designed to expand Russia's power, has instead turned its own territories into wastelands. Yet Moscow's propaganda machine continues to focus not on fixing the crisis, but on doubling down on brutality. While Russian soldiers die of thirst, state television accidentally lets slip the Kremlin's true purpose. On live broadcast, a host admitted the government's real targets were not military installations, but Ukrainian civilians.
Our Ministry of Defense reported on the results of another massive strike with high-precision weapons on civilian energy infrastructure in Ukraine.
That single sentence shattered the pretense of defensive war. It exposed the truth. The Kremlin's goal is terror, not victory. And now, Ukraine is hitting back harder than ever before. Just last night, Ukrainian forces conducted 4 coordinated strikes deep inside occupied Crimea. The first target, a massive oil depot adjacent to a Russian airbase, erupted in fire after being hit by precision drones. The Ukrainian military even released video footage of the operation, a clear message to Moscow and the world. There is nowhere left for Russia to hide. Predictably, the Russian governor of Crimea claimed that drone debris, not Ukrainian attacks, caused the fire. But satellite and ground footage tell another story entirely. This time, the evidence is irrefutable. The strikes didn't stop there. Ukraine launched naval kamikaze drones into the Black Sea, detonating against Russian warships and coastal supply lines. The explosions echoed across Sevastopol's harbor, the heart of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. And in a twist worthy of a tragic farce, Russian air defenses accidentally shot down their own Su-30 fighter jet while attempting to intercept Ukrainian drones over Crimea. The result? The drones continued unhindered, striking their targets and igniting fuel depots the size of city blocks. The inferno was so enormous that it was visible from space. Satellite imagery from NASA showed vast plumes of smoke rising across the peninsula, a black scar across the sky. According to Ukrainian reports, the depot was hit twice. 14 tanks destroyed in the first wave, 11 more in the second. This depot had supplied Russia's southern front, fueling both tanks and troop transports. With it gone, the army will strip civilians of whatever remains, leaving ordinary Crimeans to suffer yet again. For the first time, people in Crimea are daring to speak openly. Videos have surfaced of residents in Simferopol lamenting the conditions.
I was treated in the railway hospital in Simferopol. The windows are broken, covered in oilcloth. There's no heat, no hot water. Patients pay out of pocket, but there's still no water. How can a government with so much money leave people like this?
Even loyalists are losing faith. Former FSB Colonel Igor Girkin, the same man who helped Russia seize Crimea in 2014, is now one of Putin's fiercest critics. From prison, he continues to denounce the regime's failure. Just days ago, he posted, "We've lost countless men, mobilized, conscripted, volunteers. Yet we're farther from victory now than when the invasion began. The money is running out. The troops are running out. The enemy has learned to fight." Girkin admits the unthinkable. Ukraine is growing stronger while Russia is disintegrating. He predicts what he calls an inevitable revolution. The regime cannot sacrifice itself. It demands sacrifice from everyone else, except its elites. When the resources dry up, when mobilization begins again, Russia will collapse. And the numbers back him up. Since January 2025, Russia has lost more than 100,000 soldiers killed in action. Not wounded, dead. And what has it gained? Less than 0.5% of Ukrainian territory. Every year, Putin throws more men into the furnace and gets less in return. At the war's outset, he boasted that Russia must sacrifice to rebuild the Soviet Union. But the only people sacrificing are the soldiers, not the oligarchs. Now, even the troops themselves are rebelling. Dozens of leaked videos from the front lines show Russian soldiers furious and broken.
Out of 10 of us, the whole company was wiped out in one fight. We were storming Novopil. My father died there. I signed the contract. I'm no criminal. Yet they sent convicts behind us as backup. That's what we've become.
Another message from the Southern Front paints an even darker picture.
Food and water don't reach us. A couple cans of porridge for 3 men, for days. No air support. Artillery hits our own lines. Every second man drinks his own urine just to stay alive.
This is not an army. It's a dying machine held together by lies. And as the chaos deepens, the suffering spreads. The collapse of Crimea's power grid has plunged cities into darkness. Hospitals are running on generators. Water is rationed. Families sleep in freezing apartments. The once prized peninsula is now a graveyard of broken promises. But make no mistake, this isn't good news. Each time Russia bleeds, it lashes out. Each defeat in Crimea fuels more missile strikes on Ukrainian civilians, schools, apartments, shopping malls. The Kremlin's vengeance grows more desperate with every Ukrainian victory. The path ahead is brutal. Peace will not come from negotiations. Putin will never agree to them willingly. He will only stop when he is forced to stop, when his power, his military, and his myth collapse under their own weight.